Hello everyone. Today we will discuss chapter number 7 coordinate geometry of class 10th. Before I start discussing directly about distance formula and the other things, I just wish to start from beginning. See, you have already studied in your junior classes that this horizontal axis is called x-axis. We name it x dash x, and this vertical line is called y-axis. I have named it y and y dash. When both these axes intersect, then the point of intersection at which they intersect is called O, and generally we name it as origin. Now here we get four quadrants. This is first quadrant, this is second quadrant, this is third quadrant, and this is fourth quadrant. Now what do you observe? From right of 0, these values are positive at equal spacing 1 2 3 4 and 5, and when we go towards left of origin, -1 -2 -3 -4 etc. Similarly, if we go above x-axis, these values will be positive 1 2 3 4, and when we go below x-axis, this is -1 -2 -3 and -4. In your class 9th, you have studied that in first quadrant, since the values of x are positive and values of y are also positive, so x is greater than 0 and even y is greater than 0. So any coordinate which will lie in x-axis in first quadrant will have positive and positive sign. Similarly, in second quadrant, the values of x are negative and the values of y are positive. Means x is less than 0 and y is greater than 0. So any point which will lie in second quadrant will carry the sign minus and plus. In third quadrant, the values of x are also negative and the values of y are also negative. So it is x less than 0 and y less than 0. So the sign of coordinate will be minus minus. In fourth quadrant, the sign of x will be greater than 0 because positive values are there, and y values are negative, so y will be less than 0. So any point which will lie in fourth quadrant will have plus sign and minus sign. This was basic of coordinate geometry which you have done in 9th standard also. Then what more we had done in junior classes and even in class 9th, you should know that also, because that may be a part of viva when somebody asks you the questions. Like, see, I have drawn again coordinate axis. This is x dash, x, y and y dash. This is origin 1 2 3 4 and 5, -1 -2 -3 1 2 3 -1 -2 -3. Now suppose I take any point like this point I take. Now what will I do? From x-axis I will join this point this way, and this point I will join this way. Let this point be P. Now I ask you that what are the coordinates of point P? The distance of this point P from y-axis is this. And how much is this? 1, 2, 3. So you will say that from y-axis the distance of this point P is 3 units. So I will write 3. And then I will ask you that what is the point of this distance, this point from x-axis. You will say this means 1 2 2 units. So P has coordinates 3 comma 2. What is this point called? You have already studied in your previous class. It is ABSCISSA, abscissa. And this point is called what? This is called ordinate. So how do we define abscissa? The distance of any point from y-axis is called abscissa and its other name is x-coordinate. I repeat once again, the distance of any point from y-axis is called abscissa or x-coordinate. And how do we define ordinate? The distance of any point from x-axis is called ordinate. So do not forget these basic definitions. So this is about abscissa and ordinate. Now this is the way we locate any point, right? You have already studied this also. Quadrants, I have told you that which quadrant has signs of coordinates, what signs will be there. Now I am discussing ahead of this. In class 10th you have distance formula. Distance formula. Now listen, if there are 2 points, right, let capital A, it has coordinates x1 comma y1. In general you can say like some point has coordinates 2 comma 3 and B point has coordinates x2 comma y2. These are the 2 points and their coordinates are given. Now we need to apply the distance formula and we need to find the distance. So distance of point A and point B will be denoted by AB. And what it will be? X2 minus x1 in the bracket and whole square plus y2 minus y1 in the bracket and whole square and this whole under root, right? Or we can write it this way also, x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square. Now while finding the distance of any 2 points you can apply either this formula or this formula. Both will give the same result. It is called distance formula. Now there are some special cases. So I am writing here special cases. First, let P has coordinate and this coordinates you can take xy. Let P has coordinate xy and its distance from origin we are to find, and its distance, it means distance of P, and its distance from origin. You know the coordinates of origin 0 0 is. So what will be this distance? You will denote it by OP. X minus 0 ka whole square becomes what? X square plus y minus 0 whole square becomes what? Y square, and this is under root. So directly this formula can also be applied, right? Now you may be surprised that why this and this give the same result. So let's do one question to prove this, that why this and this will give the same result. I am taking a general example. For example, I take A has coordinates 2 comma 5 and B has coordinates, let's take 4 and 7. Now we need to find the distance between these two. This is x1, this is y1, this is x2 and this is y2. I am finding the distance by both the formulae. This is AB. If you apply x2 minus x1 whole square, so x2 is what? 4 and x1 is what? Minus 2 whole square, plus y2 minus y1, 7 minus 5 whole square, and this is under root. 4 minus 2, 2 square, 7 minus 5, 2 square, and this is under root. 2 square is 4, 2 square is 4 under root, and this is 8 under root, right? You may further also do it like 4 into 2 under root, and 4 is the square root of 4 is 2, so we can write it 2 under root 2. This is the distance formula. We have applied x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Or now I just wish to tell you that it can be found same by the another formula, x1 minus x2 whole square. Now I take 2 first here, minus 4 whole square, plus y1 minus y2, so 5 minus 7 whole square, and it's under root. So 2 minus 4 is what? Minus 2, plus 5 minus 7 is again minus 2. Now students, you must remember that when the power of minus is even number, it becomes plus, and when the power of negative number is odd number, right, then it becomes negative. Minus 2 square will be 4, and minus 2 square again will be 4. Again 4 plus 4 is 8 under root. So 8 under root can be written again as 4 multiplied 2 whole under root. And 4 under root is 2. So it will give 2 under root 2. So see, you have got in this case and this case the result as same. So it means both the formulae are correct. Either you may apply x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square whole under root, or you may apply x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square. Now in the next video I will solve some questions of worksheet number exercise number 1.